name of where we are. Maraval is a branch of the Gomartin Regional Corporation and also the Gomartin, and also Paramin is one of the little twigs or leaf. So Maraval for us is not called Maraval, it is called the village. The village, for exactly what you're going to see shortly coming ahead. Alright, so when we say Maraval, long time the old people would have told us, and that's why history come by. Où aller, ça c'est la ville, où ça c'est Vinica Pichoil. Telling you, go down Maraval, go down in the la ville, go down in the village and buy some pitch oil, because that's what we knew. So we had to come down here with a bottle with a piece of string on it to buy pitch oil to walk back all the way up, because pitch oil was the main operation for our home, for lighting fire, for keeping the flambeau alive, and the lights, and also the stove. Look on the left, tells you definitely this is why it's called the village, the community center, the minister's office, the Kentucky is on my right hand side, and the service station, health center, which is called the clinic back then. Today it have a nice name called health center. It was called the clinic. Up on the hill here we have the RC school and church, and also the police station next to the clinic and the post office. Today the post office is not open to us like that. Mail comes to you. I have a very big problem these days. Every time I go and I see someone putting mail in my box, I ask them why they don't put female. They can't answer me. They can't answer me, but they only put in a set of mail in my box. And I'm telling them, well, bring me 2 female at least a partner. But such is life. We have changed road, and automatically your roads are important. Knowing your roads. Because you need to know your roads. If I have into a, God forbid, an incident here, I have to know the road. The road is called Saddle Road, Maraval. There's Maraval Road is all the way back down, so knowing your roads is important. But they have nicknames because they pass through villages. So if you're driving through St. James, it's the Western Main Road, not St. James. Not St. James. If you're driving through, say you're heading Maracas, it's the North Coast Road. You're going down the highway, it's the Churchill Roosevelt, and then you go on to the Euro Butler. Knowing your roads is important, and knowing another thing to expanding yourself by knowing how it gets its name. Because I tell most young persons that all the young girls like men to whisper sweet something, not sweet nothings. Alright? So if you're not educated, this young girl is going to leave you out. If you look on the right hand side, this area here is called Highland Park, and these trees are towering the sky here. I know you see them all the time. Today is your name, called Ashoka. The Ashoka trees, Nutmeg Avenue, there's nutmeg trees inside of there. That's how places gets its name as well. Like Maraval, after the Maraval palm. Like Paramin, after the Paramin tree. Okay, and this is how plants get its name. So this, if I say nutmeg, after the nutmeg tree. And this is how places get its name. But you have to be careful when you're buying land and naming streets. Because if you say, I is living Guava Alley, and I go for a loan, and you live in Guava Crescent, the loan officer will approve his loan before me. It may sound bad, but that's what life is. So you have to learn it. Once you learn it, you're in the game. You have to learn it. We can't change it. We cannot change it. We just have to understand it. Because Christopher Columbus and them did what they did, we cannot change that. We have to understand it and know to better ourselves and tell our children. So if you're going to buy a piece of land, do not go and go for a loan and say I live in Guava Alley. They will give you all the runaround in the world. And as a man reach and well, I need a loan because I'm buying a piece of land in Woodbine Guidance. Voila. Loan approving. Loan approved. It's all to do with what life is about. You can't change that. You just can't change that. Right? So naming things is important, and it's also stemmed from the Bible, because you cannot call your child an ugly name, because it's called self-fulfilling prophecies. So this is where education comes from. There's a large tree on the left, and also a bamboo hut. That tree is called a sandbox. Sandbox tree. Why we talk about the sandbox tree? For the ones who are as old as me, when I was a kid, not a goat, when I was a little kid. The sandbox tree was used to make boxing board. So this is it right here. Boxing board came from the sandbox tree. We make what you call the columns or the pillar trees for the house. You used to go into the what you call the lumber area to buy boxing board to do columns. And after that, well, before that, we all know about 1978. 1978, they used to have a big pendant around your neck called the flipper. And it came from that tree when it exploded in the month of May, April, giving it that pod and giving it that nice little pendant to hang around your neck. And there's also a movie called Flipper. And that was sold back in 1978. Now we are coming to one of the largest trees in Trinidad. This one here on the left. This is called the humongous, large, big tree. It is called a silk cotton. Silk cotton. So the silk cotton tree are known to be one of the kind of trees the folklore comes from. So if you come into Maraval, you would have seen a place called Kapok, or better known as Kapok. Right, so that is the scientific name for the tree called the Kapok tree. That tree is all the way down in South America, as far down as maybe Chile and stuff, but it is part in Trinidad and Tobago as well. So I am going to give you a story. These silk cotton trees are known not to be passed below or underneath before 5 in the morning or 7 at the evening period. But there was a gentleman who was going to work one day. He wake up very early, and in waking up, madam wake up with him. Madam say, hey boy, where you going so early, boy? It's 5 o'clock yet. He say, girl, I'm going to work, you know. I'm going to work very early. She say, but it's 5 o'clock yet. He say, if I go early, I go finish early. So he left and he jumped on the bicycle from Cascade, heading down to Charlotte Street on his bicycle and passing below the tree. Before 5, he heard a sound coming from the trunk. He went to investigate. And but oh my God, who put that baby there, boy? Big early in the morning. He pick up the baby, chataks, raise the baby on his shoulder, chataks, and dust out some hands. Come, Popo, come. I go carry you by the hospital. And had the baby on his shoulder and riding his bicycle, plack, going down the road. Why is he riding? He realizing riding was becoming difficult. Further away from the tree he went, bigger the baby get. Man can ride eventually. Man can pedal, baby get bigger than normal. When man do stop to try to shake the baby off because the baby heavy, baby spoke. The baby spoke in the ugliest, harshest voice a baby could talk to a human being by saying, yay! Who is you? Man, put me back where you get me. Man shaking like a leaf from a tree, urinating himself, trying to turn on the bicycle. In fighting up to turn on the bicycle, the baby repeat by saying, you hear I say, man, put me back where you find me now. Well, he did turn on the bicycle and turn on the bicycle, start to pedal. In pedaling, he realizing he could pedal. And he was going towards the tree. Closer to the tree, he went smaller, the baby went to his original size. Reaching by the tree, taking out the baby off his shoulder to rest down the baby in the original spot, trying to make a mako with the cutter eye, looking for the baby face. Then see no face and only hear a giggle went, hey, boy, you mustn't touch what don't belong to you. Great crack, monkey break his back for a piece of camera on a donkey back. You go try to say that is a... Somewhere on the left hand side up there, there's a tower. And that tower is where we is going. I see people have food. Where we go like yourself. Something I didn't tell all you. All you wants to walk with clothes, you know. Because up there does make her cold. Some of us go like on yourself, you know. And some wouldn't. Because that coldness just get inside of you. Don't get up, right up there. See that tower? We is going there. And all you will like on yourself. No ball now, you know. Too little ball. So we are on the road that is called the North Coast Road, but everybody say Maracas. And remember, nothing is wrong with that because it's what it is. It is the Maracas Road because it takes you to Maracas, but when you have to write it documentally, you have to put North Coast Road. The North Coast Road gets its name by the North Coast all the way up in front when you start to see the coastline. By seeing the coastline, you know definitely you're heading to the beach. But one of the reasons this road is so important because it was created by the U.S. Army. The U.S. Army took 9 months. 9 beautiful months in creating this road. And in creating this road in 9 months, we get the access road. One of the reasons the Army was sent to cut this road is because the Army used our recreation area in Chagaramas. Using our recreation area in Chagaramas, we needed somewhere else to go enjoy our Sundays. And they were sent constructing this road through the hill giving it what it is today, and the road was constructed in 9 months. But the army also occupied Chagaramas, that area called Pier 1, and they had what you call a submarine base. The submarine base was there with chain link fence running all the way to Port of Spain from Chagaramas, with what you call buoys or buoys or floating devices holding up that chain link fence, preventing Trinidad from what you call invasion. And with that, after the war ended, all these buoys or buoys was placed in front of the area in Caranage called Williams Bay, called Horse Bay and Baptist Bay. And next time you are driving down Caranage, you will see a big housing area on the right, back, the buoys. And that's how it gets its name, by the buoys, which was stuck there for years. And that buoys are not spelled like me, B-O-Y, it is B-U-Y-O-S, the buoys. And that buoys was stuck there all the way in the 70s, all the way up. But remember, back then, had nobody buying scrap iron, battery buying, it stayed there for a long time. Everybody good? And I'm on the front there recording. I hope he could drive, you know. Because at the end of the day, if something happened to me, he is the navigator. So he had to take over the wheel. Yeah, go ahead, pelt it out.
What interests me most is the Paramin back where you get it from, right?
Well, I'm not hearing you now, somebody are not.
The baby story.
Right.
Oh, go ahead.
But talking related to the silk cotton tree, I would like to know if it's a fairy tale or is real.
You know, I'm not hearing you. I'm not hearing you.
It's a fairy.
If it's real that you do not walk under the silk cotton tree after 5 o'clock and before 5 o'clock.
Is it real or is it a story? And you're not supposed to walk
Well,
under the
Madam
tree.
La, in life generally, without stories we go nowhere. No, I'm serious. No, this is serious, because without stories, so that is there's a moral in that story, which is the biggest point of the whole story. Don't touch what don't belong to you. So you see something on the ground, mommy chain, you see uncle phone, you see things, you don't touch what don't belong to you, because your hand will grow. Your hand will get big. So it's a figure of speech and also to a story to keep you away from trouble. So old people always tell you stories, but they cannot explain to it because they were not as educated. But then let me be ugly to you. They were not book sense, but they were educated. But you have to understand it. That's where it came from. Because without those things, today we're out of hand. Because everybody face down in the phone and they're watching to see what the phone doing. But if you go back into the real brims of things, long time persons will not touch what don't belong to them. And that's just what it is. And everything was private. Because we had what you call wrongdoing, where adults was doing things. But then it was covered because it's not your business. Not today you're seeing it on what you call the gadgets in your hand, which make it bad for you. Because when I was a child, I never hear the word suicide. Now today that gadget making everybody commit suicide because you're ashamed of what you've done. Alright, let me be good. On the right hand side you're seeing the sign, and that sign is called Fon Poitou. So the next time you is going to Maracas, you will be very pleased to tell the people where you was and they wasn't. This is the concrete road of Fon Poitou. Fon Poitou means ravine of peas, ravine of sweet peas. But then you have to say it as the Queen will say, Fon, peas, sweet. That is what is written there. But then you have to make sense out of it. Ravine of sweet peas. I'm not bashing the Queen, I hope, or the King, because a lot of people believe that is the world. Nothing is wrong. Because when the children have to sit common entrance, SCA, they have to write properly. So let's go. There is a tone. There is a tone that we don't say tone. We say picker. There is something we use to choke ice. We say choke. The thing name is prick. So if the children has to write a ton, if the children have to write a pika choke me, mommy, a pika in me foot. For SCA, the children has to write a ton has pricked me. But eyes, normal eyes. But a pika choke me no. But a pika in me foot, boy. And I normal because I know that is my world. But the teachers cannot tell the children to write that. They cannot write it because they will fail the SCA. Right? So the teachers have to teach them the syllabus. And the syllabus come from the English. And that's just what it is. They program us to follow them. We are small, we are minor. So we have to follow what they tell us to do. That's just what it is. But don't forget where you come from, because it is important. Because my grandmother is still alive. She's 97 years old. She used her thumb as her name, thumbprint. That doesn't make her stupid, because she had 13 children. And at the end of the day, these people was magnificent. Up to this day, I will always say that. Not because someone can write their name, they're stupid. Because I will tell you, you can't write your name. If I put you here in the night, you ain't making an hour. You ain't making an hour riding. You're balling because you're frightened. She normal. She know where to go. She know what to do. Nordek on my right. This is Nordek, and the persons on the left obviously stayed in the cabins under the hill. Nordek. Nordek is an area for what you call, it's an area for reception. So that's a reception hall or reception area for person who wants to do what you call events, weddings, anything to that nature. You come to Nordek, obviously you have to pay a price. And the price is no small price. Alright? We're coming to our first stop right here, where we are going to also enjoy a moment. Don't let the rain bother you. If you so desire not to let the rain bother you, that's your cup of tea. But rain don't bother me, because I know what time it is in life already. Because if a football match is going on, the referee don't tell you come out the rain and stop the match. Right, I am stopping right here. And if a vehicle is coming, you will hear the song of the in the road, so you know definitely what to do. Go to the side. I'm opening the door.
Come on this side here. You want to slide down there, who going for you? Nobody is going down there. And they go call police and fire. Have a truck. Go down there. We have to go down there with rope.
I'm giving you all this in your hands here. This year, I want the persons who know of it to just enjoy the moment. Children don't get the acquired details, but I'm still giving them. So if they bite it, I will take it back. Mr. Man, that's not any two loom.
Thank you.
Remember, you have to get one for you to carry the name. If I give you more than one, it's no longer two loom, it will be four loom. And I want you to have a two loom. So take your one loom or your two loom and chill your body. And when you put that in your mouth, come and tell me now. I want all of you to put that, especially the ones who like to smile, like this one here. Two loom. When you put that in your mouth, but when you eating a big gift one, you have two loom to put in your mouth. You put down a big and put that two loom in your mouth. Everybody, tell me who I'm going to get.
I gave away my two loom.
You know that? Sure. Hey, Mr. Man. Why you doing it? But you get bad tulum in your life. Tulum. I want somebody to tell he. Hey, Mr. Man with the hat. Tell this man how this is, you know.
If up the big
Mr. Man, you get poisoned there, you mashing up the dance. Don't ever tell people that. I want you to taste it. I'm telling you, Mr. Man.
Tulum.
Come, I give away my two
Eat
loom.
that.
This man.
Do you like the taste?
You ever buy a cat? You ever buy a cat? You ever buy a brand new car?
And coconut. Don't go now.
Alright. I see an island out there. What's the name of that island?
What's this man eye now? What's this man eye? What's this man eye? By the tulum, show she. What's the eye like up in the air? Let him know, let you know what you have in your mouth. Look at tired, but look at tired with that. That's not any tulum, you know. 63 years in existence, boy.
Tulum.
This lady isn't tasting good. You have to say it good. It tasting good. Right now you want a volume. Right now you want a volume. She want more than one. That will be a full room. All right. So right where we are looking at the Caribbean Seas. Basically, you all seen a little drift of breeze there. That is rain. And obviously, the island you are seeing is where your vehicle is parked. The road is named after that island called Shodo. Shodo Island, there is actually, you've seen two boats on the south side of it. Shodo Island actually is one of the islands in Trinidad make the name island back. Because you know it's very small. It would have been a rock. But it make the island by a measurement is all important. So where we are is on the north side of Paramin. We are in Paramin the minute we came off the Marrakesh Road. The Marrakesh Road, or better known as the North Coast Road, is basically shared in half. The line, I will just make a joke about it because on the right side of it will give you Sawa Regional, on the left side will give you Diego Martin Regional. Because as you stay anywhere on that side, you are in Santa Cruz, and anywhere on this side, you are in Diego Martin Regional. So we are in Diego Martin Regional right now. So Paramin claimed 3 beaches on this coast, which is called Shodo. The one right down here is called Paragon. The one where that road is taking you is Paragon, and the one after that is called Negmawa. And after Negmawa, we have Cyril. So these are the 3 beaches. Yes. All the 4 of them I have called have access, but again, that access is by foot. By foot, so you have to be willing and able to do such, because there is road. And if you look at this one right there, you can see it right now, Miss Lady Day.
Yeah.
When you look at it right there, you can see the water, and you know this time of the year, the sea is actually changing its course because you know what is going to take place. It's going to get colder, and that has always been like that. It has always been like that. So also to the beach there is called Paragon. It means big place. Shodo means waterfall. We means Negmawa means runaway slave, and obviously the one up the road is Cyril by the name of a dragon. But we don't use the word. Yes, and if you look here, you will see some of them was in the other day, but they already changed it now because the weather get cold. This young lady is getting a prize. She's asking a very intelligent question. She wants to know why the road has that contour, that design. Right. So one of the main reasons is the Agricultural Bank actually gave Trinidad and Tobago a loan for the agricultural sector, and Paramin was one of the places they chose as access route because of the large farming community, and still is up to this day, because other places are losing their titles such as Aranguez and stuff. So Paramin still is one of the largest agricultural places. So Paramin both being the representative farm in 1995, they took the initiative in building the exact road. When this road was built, no one was living here. And when we are going now, we're going to see road. You're going to see all down to the lookout. Before the lookout came by, this road was always here. But again, it's concreted for 2 main reasons. The 2 main reasons is to take the water gradually inside of here by the design you are seeing here with a slant. So actually, you know, definitely the water goes there and goes into this big trap, or better known as a catchment pit, and get off. But again, also because of the design with such, it could be served as traction. But they build it so as traction, when it reaches a smooth level, what are you going to do? So then this, because being concrete and Wassa, no offense any Wassa workers, Wassa don't have no line under there. It will last long. Because 1995 to now, do your maths, soon to be 30 years. Soon to be 30 years, and it's good because the concrete will hold much better. Chill! Okay, Rastaman. Here we. So basically this is what it is, and I will put up my hand, and I may have some home lesson to do in the future with this one and other things such in Paramin, such as the longest concrete road in the English-speaking Caribbean. Okay, so it could be in the Guinness Book of Record because we know the Autobahn is the longest of the concrete road, but then this one is properly well designed. This goes all the way to Piti Valley by Mohammed's Hardware. Serious? All the way to Piti Valley, but you have to know the turn off. This concrete road here. You have to know where to turn off. There is no signage telling you turn right or turn left. So if you do not know where to turn off, that's your problem. But it takes you through Cameron, through Paramin, through Mazili, through mere going down. But again, that's a drive by itself. Obviously, SUVs, because when it rains and leaves on the ground, you still won't get traction if you don't have four-wheel. There's many roads in Paramin, only four-wheel goes. Like down there, only four-wheel. You don't have four-wheel with the experience you have, or the experience you retain over the years. As they say, Kwapo smoke your pipe. You take a chance in a raffle. Kwapo smoke your pipe twice. Right? So everybody here knows a lot of these because when we was coming over, we were speaking about floor one corner. And those plants here, basically, they're very important to us and important for persons in cooking. As we said it on the road. Right, so you're speaking Hindi. You're speaking Papa. And if you say culantro, you're speaking English. And if you say fitweed, you're someplace from Tobago. So Tobagonians call it fitweed because when you're in Tobago, they call it fitweed. Why you saying a ferry boy? You want to make a wish hour? A Tobago boat. Man say a ferry, yes? You know them children go start to look for the tea to put on the ground under the pillow. Look a ferry, look a ferry. Okay, this is Bois-Cano. Everybody will know it. Yeah. Bois. So you speak in Patois. Bois is wood, cano means candle. Candle. So this is candle wood. If I point at that tree, persons might say what tree it is. Plum. You will say it's a hog plum?
I know the hog plum.
No, hog plum.
No.
The leaf too big.
That's a cedar, madam.
Okay. I see that.
That's a cedar. Right, and this was actually used long time ago when it's dry for actually filter for cigarette or tobacco, and also persons use the leaf when it falls down facewards for medicine as coughing bad cold. Alright, so you boil it and use it as cooling as well, the medicinal part. And also, you know, we used to use the trunk of the tree for making cricket bats. And this one here with the white head actually is called monkey needles. Right? So as young boys, as young girls, you know what to do. This lady, I hardly know. So as a young boy, nowadays all the young girls have phone. So when you was a young boy and you see a girl you like, partner, you say mem. So now you get the opportunity to take it off because she tell you take it off. And if you don't take it off, it's fight. So that's how Tobago love start. Because this year, and them big boys used to do wosa. They used to do so shh. And every pattern he get into touch. Wosa say tete. Right. So this is how Tobago love start. Right? So this is, but it is also needles because it is called monkey needles. It could prick you. Oh no, when I mean needles. Right, so the ones who was not in my vehicle, this is actually called prick.
Oh, okay.
A thorn prick me.
Right.
Because if you have the children have to write SCA, as I tell them, you have to write SCA. You cannot say a pika chook me.
No.
You have to say my lord, or better, the king of England. You have to say, sir, a thorn has pricked me. But you cannot say a pika. Because all of we will say, take the ice pick, let me go and chook ice. A chook. A chooking, you know. Because a chook means that. Yeah. But again, our mind. So when we say the word prick, we feel we say something bad. Yes. You don't say anything bad, it's the correct word for chook. A chook.
Let me get one of them monkey things. I gotta tell somebody.
You see, you like back and the post you have to pell on the phone.
You're being exposed.
Let me get back to India. Right, so all these plants are very important. That same monkey needles I showed you there, that same plant I just showed you, it is very, 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 very good for what you call hypertension. Okay, it's a hypertension plant for medicine. If you're suffering with bad hypertension, but I'm not a doctor, but it's just a matter of constant drinking. And then also if you have a gash or a cut, you could take it and use it. I'm cutting 3 bush in my hand. And since we're talking about bush, I think all you're supposed to know bush because this is for one for now. Rabbit.
Yeah, rabbit grass.
Meat.
Yeah, rabbit meat, yeah.
Rabbit meat. Rabbit will eat this before anything else.
Water grass.
Water grass. Rabbit will also eat that and all chicken in your house. You throw corn in a coop and you put this. The fowl live in the corn. to eat this first because this will give him a cushion, which is water. The fowl not stupid. And then he go eat the corn. Right? And this is also called Zeb Joji, better known as monkey needles, by the same pick I show on you. But then this now, in case you get a cut, if you have a gash on your hand, you put it in your hand, game rubbing, make sure you get a sap in your hand like this, and you put it on the cut. Say you get cut here, you put it on the cut, the buttocks, and you hold him so for 5 minutes. It is a blood clotter. It will stop the blood from running. You will feel a little burning sensation, but tomorrow morning you're back to normal. You're back to normal. Alright? Don't beat up.
Never breaks.
Them fellas good.
Yes, yeah? Yes? People use them as clovers in contact. They use them as clovers in contact.
Plenty space there, man. Come.
But the first one pass, he said, "I can pass one time, right?"
In all direction.
No one's scared. The person don't know how to drive. Because the first one passed and like that gap between the two.
It's like this thing everywhere.
Yeah.
You won't take that chance.
Yeah, he need to come down here. Yeah, come in here.
Yeah, a bit wider.
All right, Carl, let's reverse and let it go. And felt in the can now. And felt in the can now. Pull it off.
The case that they speak plenty patois.
I wonder.
All right.
Come aboard.
All right.
See you all again.
This is the road that most persons as you are going to use. We could have passed anywhere out of the 5. But we passed here because I said again, more scenic. It's for like tours. It's for like, this is the real deal. Because if we're going through the village, we'll just be going like this. But if we are going to go through the village, going downwards and still get to see the full 4 hours of what we are enjoying today. Alright? Wild cane or a real cane? I don't think there's something called wild cane now. Alright, so the first one I made was a bag. Choi eyes on the left. This is the height we at. We are close to about 1400. Going up and higher and higher and higher, higher and higher we go here. We are going to be as high as 2000. Right?
Nice place to fly drone.
Yes, nice place to fly a drone, but again,
No fly
lots
drone.
of no, yeah, you can fly drone. There's no thing, but again, a lot of people do it, so you won't be the first.
Oh.
You won't be the first at all. There's so many persons fly drone here, it's unbelievable. There's so many videos
Yeah.
about up here flying drone. There's all kind of persons come up here.
Okay.
Right? So we're still on the same path. We are going all the way to that lookout up here, and that lookout will have a lot of persons. Today being a holiday, right? Hopefully that it's going to die out by tomorrow, and then again we'll start back weekend again. Right? Because school should be in the morning. Should be school.
Yeah.
For all the ones who don't like it, Daddy, the same mango leaf. Come on, baby boy. I have to fix it to suit me. Bend him so, bend him back so, to trap the breeze so. But the breeze has to be powerful.
Windmill?
Yeah, windmill out of a mango leaf. But the leaf too soft. I didn't make the leaf for that. No, the breeze strong enough.
Strong enough?
Yeah, but the leaf too soft, it bending back. The back,
Yeah.
see this part bending?
So.
Not supposed to bend. I use a softly. Right, so bending it, but please bending it back in. It's more like you want to spin soon. Alright, so this is what's happening here. So I'm glad that you come now and you get to enjoy for what it is. If you look on the left, you're going to see for yourself. Concrete, on the right is more concrete. Auntie Jules! Woi woi! Me passe! Going up on the mountain! Easy, no turn, gassy cacas. All not easy at all. Right, so the word tanti is auntie and the word is mwe passe, I am passing. Usa say mwe passe ale, I am going, I am passing going. Mwe passe ale, I say asumonla, I am going to the top of the mountain. Alright, so this is just how it is. In case you want to understand what I'm saying. So people ask all the time. So like we're going by that house right now, right there. If once nobody's here, we stopping. You all could say bonjour farm, or bonjour famla. Or you will say famla, you're talking to the woman. But you're saying the woman. When you say the word la, you see Monsieur Andrew Carly Assis. He's saying Monsieur Andrews is Monsieur. Madame Massé, Julia. Compare. Like she husband. Compare. Oh. Let me stop right here. I know some people want to take photos of this. Just watch how audio is coming down.
Oh, yeah, Coco House.
You could accommodate part, just watch and see if you can accommodate.
Me? Yeah.
You sure? I'm going back a bit. Right, they good. They better?
Yeah.
Right. So let me go. We're going right there.
Somebody house.
Bonjour. Yeah, no, we bold-faced like that. You feel we bold-facing joke? We not bold-facing, we kettle-face and container-face.
What? One family up here.
One big family.
One family. So you're home.
Oh, crow, buddy. What kind of music the man playing?
Oh, you just come to wife? Yeah. You used to have one at home? When I was small.
I passed here yesterday, she said, you'll tell me. She sent kiss for my wife. I said, know what she did. Where you was? You was sleeping? Oh, God, that is cool.
Nice breeze.
I'm just giving you all a minute to catch your bearings. This young lady here is the one who lives here with her handsome husband, Mr. Andrew.
I agree.
Yeah? Unfortunately, you can't hang my jacket up. I don't really like to wear pair of unfortunately. You feel I don't know what you're talking about, but I must give her some lash. I don't understand. Alright, so ladies and gents, here by Miss Julia and Mr. Andrew Lucio. Miss Julia and Uncle Lucio, Uncle Lucio, Auntie Jules, they actually have their home here, as you can see. It's for their comfort and their family. But they also erect these lovely signs to give you an understanding how Patois and what Patois is about. So the first one, she's welcoming you by a beautiful family. The first one here tells you Julia Vini Bell family, meaning you're coming by a beautiful farm. Come by a beautiful farm. And then this one is telling you bonjour, ni your belle class. It's telling you hello, we are all in a beautiful place or a nice place. And this one here is telling you ni your belle jour, telling you have a nice day and hold God in your heart. So this is what basically it is. So some person may take photos to watch your friends, but then again you also have to remember what it means. What it means. So in all three of them you will see the sign called bell. Bell is one of our favorite words, or the most spoken word in Patois, I will say. Well, Patois words have many meanings. Bell is one of them. So if I say, who got a bell fam? It means look a beautiful woman. But so it goes again and it goes again. So it's all about that. So then it's in the context. Patois is in the context things I said, because I can say the same thing. So two men talking. And I say, who's that? No, who got a bell fam? And then he see another lady passing. And he just step back and go, hey.
Online payment only.
Ça c'est belle femme, oui. Now he's telling you now, look how beautiful man. Yes man, she real beautiful, yes. So it's all in the context. It's all in the context. But again, the word belle also means beautiful, lovely, fantastic, sexy, all these nice words. Yes, all these nice words. Right.
Is Patois documented?
Patois is documented today. Today, you go to University of the West Indies and you could join the Patois class. We have
Patois. I can speak Gibberish, not Patois.
Today, you can also get what you call a syllabus. Alright? Not syllabus, sorry. Certificate. No.
I'm trying to remember a word from long.
You remember it now? Who salap? Eberi dodo, no. Eberi dodo. Very nice word to use. Eberi dodo actually means really nothing, because it was just a figure of speech that a disc jockey was hosting a program, was a radio host down in St. Lucia, and when he come on board, his famous line was, Eberi dodo. Eberi dodo. It really means really nothing. It means just a figure of speech. Yes, eberi dodo. Like otone. Otone, gas, upakatan. Like just figure of speech. Meaning tonta. I'm tired with you, man. I'm fed up. Right, so it's just a figure of speech. Don't be using salop anywhere. You can use salop in Trinidad. You can use salop in Trinidad. DP, you go to St. Lucie. Man, Pencil Stone Ben.
She was from
But, do use it.
and she speaks patois.
Right.
She keeps saying Isala.
Well, she could do it in Trinidad. She can do it in St. Lucia. In St. Lucia is really of bad connotation. Derogatory. Very derogatory. Because you want to get a St. Lucian vex, and they come on the ship, and they walk in, and they want to take out, they say, Monsieur, you can't salop it. Or you see them start to eye open wide and they're ready to throw through. They can't take it. Yeah. You start saying malpop too. Like, all these are patois words. Lots of words are patois words.
And what do you want again for fed up?
Fed up?
Turn in.
And like a miserable. T-boy, little boy. Miserable. 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 Right? Okay, T-boy, he show. So what I have in my mind is what I was saying back here with certain things you say. This is what you call in Paramin a scent sign. If you see it in the variety stores, it will have a roll at the back mark, a bundle. It takes 24 of these, 12 and 12 in top, to make a bundle. So then you get what you call French thyme, you get curly parsley with it as well. And it is put together and it is also tied. You have to, what you call the word, dig it or root it out to get it to where it is. And this is how it becomes what it is. So it's a whole process. It takes approximately 2 months and a half to get it to that stage, to get it like that. Alright? So now when you buy it in the market, it is sold as a bundle, which is 24 of them in a bundle. And now they pay like, I'm just using a number. You pay like $50 for it in the market. The man who is called the accountant, he has a man that go in the market and buy it, but he said, no, his name is accountant. The man in the market buy for $50. The man sell it to the accountant for $70. The accountant sell it to Massey for $100. And Massey put a price on it and said for $120 for you. And this is what life is about. The accountant don't go to market. Massey must have accountant because they have to do their books. But the accountant sit down there with the X-Trail or you call it nice car, and you have to go down on the thing. It's just like a lawyer. It's just like a doctor. The doctor wants you to come back 3 times. From the first time you go, he could do you the right thing. But he want you to come back. He want you to come back. He want you to come back because he has tried to educate. And this is just what life is about. We can't stop that. We cannot stop that. That's just what life is. It's just like the lawyer who was a lawyer. And for years he's a lawyer, but when his son graduated as a lawyer, the son come in the company. And one day he asked his son, so why are you coming home so late, boy? He said, Pa, I'm working. Father said, boy, what are you be doing in the office? Pa, I'm working until all the case was solved. Father reached out there and see all the case solved and see money coming in there. He give him one carpet. He said, what you do? He said, well, dad, all them things were there for years. I solved all them cases. The father said, Jack, that was sent you to school. And it's just what it is. It always what sent you to school. You feel they can't fix it before day. And that's just what it is. And this is just the same thing. So the farmers will sell this. But today, why this is escalated, 2 main reasons of the weather and the change of life. Life continues to change. So Paramin was the home for gardening and site, still is, but by next 5 years it will be. If we don't notice what taking place, like me myself, if I don't try to educate the farmers when that is concerned, we are going down a fast peddling. Because what farmers realize, that they have this takes 2.5 months, lot of work, you have to plant it. You have to fertilize it, you have to weed it, you have to clean it, you have to do this, you have to root it out one by one, you have to sit down, you have to clean it, you have to buy it, you have to put the time and the other ingredients on it. It takes about a day to prepare it before you reach market. So there's something on the market now called celery. You plant celery, it takes less land. You plant 2,000 celery tree from here to my heat because you stick them close together. And you just throw sawdust, you throw salt down. 6 weeks in the market. And you only need yourself, you just go there and buy it. Chuk in a rubber band, chuk in a rubber band, chuk in a rubber band. 3 head in a rubber band and you just drop every time, 20 in a bundle, 20 in the market, same price as this side. So your turnover is faster. You have a month before this comes, in the market. So a lot of people heading that way. But again, it's all because of what life has become. Because now you have internet, you have installment, you have outside woman, outside child. So money has to come faster. So you can't wait on that. It's just like long time pigeon peas, sorrel, cocoa, banana, plantain and banana. That's long crop. Sugar cane. Nobody working at anymore. Nobody working at the money staying too long to come. And longer the money stay to come. Most for you. Because mama hitting your elbow, you know. Mama belly griping, money ain't coming. And you have to put money in the table. Every Friday evening, why think she just call you handsome? You're not handsome, you know. The Friday rich mean hand over, handsome. Because that's what it is. We ain't make it, you know. We live in it.
Handsome.
Yeah, always have to handsome. Because every time you come through that door, that foot by the door. Hey, handsome. You think it's you should go handsome? So what we are looking at is the same Caribbean island and the boat just passed there. And this is what you call a dirt oven, or better known as a fireside. The fireside also is the double. She's very, what do you call modern? When I was a child, we only had 1 fireside. Now today she have 2. And also the dirt oven is for making bread. Monsieur Andrew decided to build a dirt oven for your wife because he liked bread. But he put himself in trouble. Because now your wife doesn't want to eat him too toxic, because people always want bread. But there's stories to go off on there. There was a gentleman who once upon a time liked bread like Mr. Andrew. So he went down the river, but he lived quite on this side, about 2 miles from him. And when he walked in, because a dote of a long time was built with what you call a big stone like this. A stone would have been the shelf. So you put a stone, then you mark the dote around it. You pay the dote around it, come down and come loose and clay. And you make that and you make a door like this and this is how it was. So Mr. walking and he knocked the stone. He said, hey, that is a good stone to build a door of me, eh? He said, he make a task. He said, I go bring that stone home, you know. He make a task, grab up some bodies, make a kata, put on the head, hide some the stone and go up the home. When he reach home, he cut 2 4 posts, he put the 4 posts and he put the stone and he mark everything and he make it up. He said, girl, hey, I make a door of me for you, you know. Make bread for your man now. Well, she started to make bread. Every time he come, open hot, smelling bread from down the road, coming home with that big smile on the face, he getting bread. Man eating bread, man like himself. bread and this, bread and that, bread and the other, bread and here, bread and or whatever. Right? And eating bread. 3-4 months pass. Man like yourself, after a period of time we reach home, oven hot but no bread. Every time we come home, oven hot but no bread. He just get mad. Take he go be no and he mash up the oven, chop, and ice up his stone and go back down by the river and drop out his stone right with it. She come home, she goes, why you so ignorant? What you mash up the oven for? He said, who want bread go for stone? Man who brings stone out to get bread. Who want bread go for stone? Man who brings stone get bread. Once he bread, hey, already 4 foot. It's like, mommy going back. Stop. Mr. Andrew.
Comfortable up here. They're worried, nobody are worrying them, they're comfortable.
Nice breeze.
Giving this lady something. This is what you call this one here is actually what you call Paramin. This is no Spanish. I want you when you do this, grind all together. Let me get a little piece of iron board.
What is that? You know, I was waiting, you know? Yes. I was waiting. Yes. Oh, they're talking too fast. They're finishing. You know, if you give me just a little bit Salah. What do I take you forward now?
Baby mitts. All one time. We just grind up all day one time.
What's the word, Salah? What's the word?
No, turn here. Turn here after that.
When sometimes you try to do that level because you don't do it.
It's very nice. It's very nice. It's not very nice. Yeah. Yes, see what I mean? Yeah, that's fine. What you call
Years of experience. As a man say one day, he asked a man to build a deck, and the man built the deck. He said, how much you go charge me to build a deck? The man said 20,000. No, the man said 12,000. He said, a whole deck to build 12,000. He said, I pay him. So the man went and the man built the deck. The man built the deck in a day. The man said, hey, you build my deck in a day and you charge me 12,000? He said, I need a breakdown. He said, 800 for material, 11,200 for the know-how of 20 years of experience. Because no way you could have built that. He said, so I charging you for 20 years of experience. Perfect well built. But he built it in a day because he have experience. Alright, so this road actually is where we are, and this road continues, and as you will see, it's a very heavy flow of traffic today. But when like say approximately, I would say about 12, 13 years ago, it wasn't as busy. 18 years ago is when electricity came. 24 years ago was just footpath. No, basically this was here, but one house. Yeah. You see the house next to Anti-Jews, you see the speedy coming up? This is what you don't do. This is not a road to play because you never know. Yeah. Somebody shall could run out or somebody, because this is very busy. So things you might see like the lemon, and people say people not buying lemon. So let me show you guys on this house here, or this view. I make bad jokes sometimes, and this is one of them. You see this house here? If I was a woman, I would have been living there.
You know the what?
Be living there. No way this boy could have refused me, boy. I don't care what you tell me. I would have been eating tail like a tick. But just for that view. That view that's too nice. For the ones who don't know what is what you call dandelion, these are the dandelion plants, and they're also used as medicine. The root and also the flower to the ground. So that's called dandelions. So as children used to go there, just blow them. Rain, go away. Rain, come back and next. As I said, the word rain, so I'm teaching you a couple of pattern words. The word for rain is lapli. Lapli katombe. Lapli katombe. Rain is falling. Lapli fini. Rain coming. Soleil, the sun. Isho, it is hot. So these are words you might have heard. You ever heard a word called mon, like pity mon?
Yeah.
You ever heard a word called chumakak?
Yeah.
Everybody ball here together, boy. Boy! So chumakak, meaning of chumakak, you would like to know. A police officer was on my tour approximately 4 months ago with the youth club, and I was talking about that conversation. And when I said the word chumakak, he said, "I from there." I said, "What it means?" He said, "I don't know." Chumakak means monkey's ass. Monkey's ass. Makak is monkey and chui is ass. This gentleman normally used to have cyber stuff, but he don't have anything these days. A couple of lime and green fig. And also you're seeing some what you call citrus trees, or better known as fruit trees, which is planted. I know most persons who know me, who as old as me, might watch a show called Little House on the Prairie, one of my favorite shows. Yeah. Little House on the Prairie, that little house right there at the side there, this little hut. And Little House on the Prairie, it was called an outhouse. In Paramin and other places, not Paramin, other places it is called a latrine. But in Paramin, it's called two-sheeter givenas and a jackness. If anybody could see in front, look in front, there's a bird on the ground. It is actually called a hawk or a raptor. And it is very, very common to Trinidad. It's also a scavenger hawk. In front of me on the ground, by the front of a heel fly just now, he's actually crested cara. Very nice bird. Right? But everything is called chicken hawk. But he eating something on the ground which got mashed or skilled, roadkill. So like it's not in my roadkill self. I want to see what he eating. I'm into birds as well, eh? He eating nothing there, I see nothing there eating.
Something in the beak.
Is he cleaning his beak? Cleaning his beak. Everybody good? Any questions? Belt out. Alright, so in the future if you come back without me, this is the lookout up there, but you have to remember this corner that I come into. You must make the sharp corner and go back there, because this is where fighters take place. An argument. Huh? Nah, we not going up there. Mal the stomach. So this is where a lot of argument take place, like Mr. Man driving coming on here, and Madam sit down in front there, two children in the back seat, and he's coming on here and she, boy, where you going? But down here to pass it. No boy, look out up there, it's upstairs to go. But no girl, that road not going nowhere. Boy, you go down there, you go lost. Then see you taking me in a valley, back. Argument right in. Argument right in. But you have to follow the road. But again, they not put the bit of signs. But They have to come and fix this road before it gets worse.
For Wasaka up.
Well, I'm saying coming quite late on the water lines. The people here that have to buy water.
Yeah.
Buy the water truck. Paramin have his own water truck, his own cement truck. We don't have garbage truck, but garbage truck comes up from another entity, but Paramin drivers.
Yeah.
This tree here is a poadu, and then we have another poadu, like right here. So 5 different varieties of poadu. Not piece of showing you the road is 2 lane. Remember in driving persons, something a lot for, sorry, wrong gear. In driving naturally, if you drive how driving was meant to be, you will always reach home safely. Drive on your side at all times, so when a vehicle comes in, you don't have to try to go at your side and move too late. That's what you do. Especially if you're moving fast. Stay on your side and give gas. And everybody happy. Hey, you take a picture of that dog in the house, eh? Right.
Yeah.
Why?
Amaneko.
I don't know why they call this coconut on the left hand side Chinese, but some people say because the tree was short, but they could call it dwarf or midget. So that had to be another reason why.
Skin color yellow.
Yellow because it's yellow? So why didn't say yellow coconut? The Chinese yellow?
Chinese yellow.
Yeah, check yellow.
Okay. Alright. I'll just say, what's your name? Alright. I'll tell them Sharon, tell them. Hold on.
Sharon lives in Ireland.
You lie. What's Ireland?
Born and bred in Trinidad.
Was it born and big? Born and bred. Bred in the bakery. Right, so we are climbing up one of the highest peaks in Trinidad and Tobago where people reside, as you may see shortly. And the tree on the left is filled with fruits, and it's called mandarin. Mandarin has a very little acidic taste, so most person will leave it there. But because it was so close to the road, then what we call cornball or yellowtail and mash it up yet. Because they love fruits. Right? Right, so we're at the teepee top now, and there's a bird on the wire there waiting for a picture. Right, this is where we came from. We will not be going back down this way, but this cloud coming very heavy. So let's go up on the lookout and enjoy a moment, because if it rains, we have to go back in the vehicle. There's no place to shelter at the lookout. It is called what you call covering, not shelters. It may cover you from the elements, but not shelter you. There's a difference. This is a piece of ginger on my left of me. Ginger, yeah. But I think he planted kind of late, so it didn't flowers yet, so you have to wait for January. And welcome. Welcome to the lookout, or better known as La Vigie Lookout. But there's a lot of people there today. Well, this time of the morning. But as I say, don't beat up on yourself. Ollie is with me. And they can't tell Ollie nothing when Ollie come with me. Right, so we is going to stop right here. And be careful on your way out. If you have anything like alcohol, alcohol is to stay in the vehicle. Because no alcohol is on the compound. But I don't think something they're watching out. What are they watching out, boy? Are you watching a snake climbing the tree? I'm joking. No people like to see snake. This lady would like to panic too much, yes?
Don't find your hand on my clothes.
Oh, yes. Look out, look out. Don't lean. Don't lean. I said don't lean.
Where?
Right on the ground, say don't lean. Stand up straight and now. Highest point in Trinidad.
High school.
Oh, the guys say with the size of our thing better we occupy down there. Put our seat down here. Thank you, sir.
Take a walk on the side.
Oh, so we came from. Yeah. Yeah, because our house was down there in the flat. say as an effective that's what we had to take it now. Because in a few minutes or nothing.
Clouds.
So always when you can get a view, right. You see always when you get a view, right. Yes, no.
Go home. I don't know. Excuse me. Hello.
Have a hole.
How much?
You guys can stop.
So after a while we don't see nothing.
You see the clouds coming in.
Yes.
You know, fly a kite, mad bull.
Thank you. That's our auntie Lydia.
What is that there?
Had good to eat.
We left the drink in the van.
Right, use the key arm thing, huh? The key, that's not your
No, it's a little thing.
a little thing.
It's a little thing. Just enough to fill a hole in your teeth.
But I plenty.
A little thing to fill a hole in your teeth.
Am I going to get?
Yes, thanks. It is just enough to fill a hole in your teeth.
Big smile. Yay. I got it.
Don't touch my cap.
Mommy.
Stop pulling my foot. Okay, bye.
You want that what?
Let me bite you.
The cat. Don't touch your cat.
Bite you. Scratch
Cat will bite you. Ah. Ah.
Sorry.
Whoa. Cloud.
What if you can set a cloud?
Miss so close, man.
Just not that house was so clear.
Hey, you don't climb up there.
Yeah, you see that? We were down there.
Somebody who nice.
Mist the cloud. That's clouds or mist? What it is?
Well, the guy said he has 2,300 feet above sea level.
A good height to die from.
Huh? A photographer is doing this morning.
But it's just that it's just enough to fill a hole in your teeth. They have no hole in your teeth.
Look at the mist coming in.
Just enough to fill a hole in your teeth.
Whoa.
Aleka. Have a bucket.
Carlos said the place would be cool. Is that not cool? Just like if you have one your AC home.
There's no fear. You just sit down to fill a hole in your feet.
Baby, sit down. Here's your box. Sit down. I can never give you a baby chip.
Because only there are 4 plates.
Yeah, come in here with me. I only see schools now.
I have 4. Yeah.
Yes, right. You're not married. And you're going to tell the brother now.
Don't get my belly.
You don't want bread, you want chicken?
I don't want bread.
Look upstairs.
Look, a handsome. That's my husband.
Alright, time to eat. Time to eat, people.
And sometimes it comes with that little pictures. Yes, and also you can feel the atmosphere. You look at your watch, you can see the time of the day where your car is up there, and you get it all in the morning, good, sun is hot wherever you came from. So if you take a picture or you do what you call FaceTime and you show them where you is, you'll be shocked. See this. This is a picture. You come back to the road, then there's another butter. You come back next week, say, come back another Monday, or what you say. But it's not going anywhere. That's why the area here where we are standing is called Lava Place. Lava Place, you know? Okay? And that's why it's called Lava Place. The hills of the mist. Okay?
Hills of the
Because
mist.
we are the highest point in Trinidad where people have access, vehicle access, and foot. By this. Anything after this will be Elty Cooch, Bungalow, Elty Cooch, and Monksel, then every food. Right? So we're very fortunate to be on the highest kitchen. Design and also what you're getting. When you're finished, you bring up to this deck also gives you a magnificent view. I'm not sitting, but people change their profile because of the trees in the background. And if you can see, sometimes you get to see the seas. Everybody will go jumping on what ICDC. Right? So basically where you are, for the ones who might phones on the person I think I tell you definitely where you're coming is actually what you call covering. This was well designed. They didn't think, I give the designers big thumbs up for designing this. If you see a wall clock, show me. Which is a plus, because everybody here will be playing music and disturbing the ambience of what here is. Watch at the roof. You think they couldn't buy lifetime material? They choose not to because they want to keep the ambience, they want to keep it for what it is. Giving it for exactly what it is, and also right down there, you show you now you see the sea. The sea lets out something called sea glass. And sea glass bring out a type of ugly breeze up here, and it's going to rust the roof and cost you more money, taxpayers' money. Most persons come in here and they didn't realize all you have to do is wash your hand, that the government pay a truck to drop water, and the sanitizer and the soap. Free of charge. You are not going anywhere in the world today to come to a place of that magnitude for free of charge. Nowhere in the world today you are coming to somewhere this magnitude for free of charge. So you should be blessed and continue to be blessed. And continue to say thanks that you're living in such a beautiful place, which is Trinidad, and also opening places like this for the moment that we are here. Alright? So this place, as you can see definitely, it's not a covering. It's a covering, sorry, it's not a shelter. Why they didn't put a shelter? Because if you put a shelter here, you're going to block the ambience. 2 persons will live here. Because they come in the morning and they ain't going home at all until the place will 8 o'clock. And nobody isn't getting a chance. So they pay the bridge, sorry. Once the rain comes, you have to go to your vehicle, which is giving you the proper time to come back. And which is good for me too, because you have to come back with me. And also too, which is good giving another person a chance. So the place was actually designed properly for the quality and also the ambience that we enjoy. So when we come here in the evening, most people come and sit on this bench or on the rock. So we come here, sit and just relax. You don't need a food. You just need a moment. And let me give you a story. And this is serious thing. We only wait when we're in this position. I came up here with a group and I can say because you don't know the person. And the person came up here with me on an afternoon talk. And she was sitting right there on this bench. And I was sitting next to her and I wondered what was happening. So I said, you okay? And she said, yeah, she's okay. And she's touching me and holding my hand and telling me she's so grateful that she got the opportunity to come here. And she whispered to me at the same time, stage 4 cancer. And she really needed this. And she was like sitting there and telling me, this actually is this. And it was very touching. Very, very touching. You know, moments are important to me. And I continue to say, a moment is very important for each and every one. There's moments that you just can't forget. One last thing. You're up there, your people were standing facing up, and your boys walking with the camera, pulling back, and you just reach by the step and fall out again and melt. And offer well, obviously answer and then married. And everybody here was clapping and cheering because it is moment. And I continue to say, if this is for what it is, I'm so proud that we don't have what they call the world club because everybody blowing out there and music playing. Because you like Jim Reeves, I like Shabba. You like, it is just carnival. This is what you don't want here. You don't want this here. And I see this sign here, and I will say, okay, and I'll continue to see this sign here, and I continue to beg to take it out. Because at the end of the day, it should be cooking. It should be sitting. Because at the end of the day, here, do not have a place for cooking. Because the minute a man starts to go and tackle dog, eat dog, and cut up his finger, throw overboard, cut the fish in, you can't tell him, and next man will say, bye, you put too much salt in the foot, you put too much salt in the foot. And you throw the oil and fire going up in the hands. Just know it, and a little child passing right there, and 2 tires, the child passing the foot, you put that on show. And tell you cooking the foot. This is not for you. You want to do that, go Cora. Yes. This place is just to come and watch the pogo sit down on the tree. I hope that one day I'll be together.
The boy say you live in
Because at the end of the day, it's just something. Plenty of people in life need moments in life to know where they are. It's called soul searching. It's called soul searching because you need to know where you are. Because if you don't know where you are, you don't have a clue where you're going. And this is what here is. Well, let me give all your story about a Kobo one time. See them boys called Kobo there? Why should I finish for me there? You see them boys called Kobo there? Them boys are one of my most magnificent species. Everybody have ugly things to say about Kobo and bats. They don't like Kobo. I don't know why. I just don't know why. The Kobo don't do nothing. But in Port of Spain, you look up at Kobo. When you're up here, you look down at Kobo. You know they're down there, you can point your finger about, look at Kobo flying down there, boy. When you pass in Port of Spain, look at Kobo flying up there, boy. Because you have to know where you are. So these birds are very magnificent. You see, they sit at the bench here, they sit there very comfortable. And Kobo don't hamburg a soul. They just sit there comfortable and relax themselves. Kobos don't have to eat enough. They just relax. They eat when they find food. Or when food comes their way. So I nickname them sanitary inspectors. So they come down to clean up the place. So let me give you a story. A Kobo sitting on a branch one day, Pachax, and he's sitting on the branch comfortably. And when you look on the left hand side, chicken will come down and chicken will land by him. Chotox and chicken will land. And he says, Kobo, I don't like you, just like all of us. I don't like you, but chicken will go, Kobo, what do you again? Chicken will go, boy. Look at you, you're only sitting there waiting for things to dead. You're nasty. You're eating, I said, that damn thing. Go and catch your food, light up yourself, hold your food, find some food to eat. He said, you're so lazy, you don't even build a nest. You lay your egg in a cave on the ground. Oh, what Kobo, came on you. Chicken will tell you, say, chicken up, leave me alone, yeah? Chicken up, go. You know how nice it is to fly down and catch your food alive. And catch him and kill him and feel that hot die eating in your hand. Kobo say, chicken up, leave me. And same time, chicken up, but Kobo later say, no, and he fly down. And he flying down, diving down for chicken, but the owner of the estate see him coming down and, pat out! Pat. They are shot in the fall up with him. He start to hold the chest and go, oh God. He shoot again, boy, I go dead, boy, I dead in, and go, he start to hold the chest. And the chicken up beating him on the ground because the bullet pat in the chest and he beating up. He coming down die. Kobo and Kobo come down running, shot him, and he said, chicken up, come on, boy. Oh God, he shoot again, I go dead. Kobo will leave, yes, I go dead, and the next Kobo land down, and the next Kobo land. He goes, oh God, Kobo help me, Kobo help you. He's waiting for you to get You know, but I was making a joke, boys. A joke I was making. Be careful what you make joke. He was making joke. Chicken up still, Kobo still alive, no? Eat there. Yeah, the color said eat more. Boy. Me? I get in on thanks, though. This is for me. This is for moi. Merci, fam. Merci. Moi. So I'm going to give you all a Christmas one because we're in Christmas. Another one that people don't like. Another very smart animal. His name is donkey. Donkey is one of the smartest animals on this earth. And people think he's stupid. Donkey, you cannot poison a donkey. You cannot poison a donkey. I can tell you because we had donkeys. I had donkeys for years. Everybody probably not donkey because that was one way. I don't know where all of them. Don't tell me it's Paramin. Because I'm knowledge to them. Every time I'm talking about it and I say I don't know where donkey go, everybody will in the Paramin. Don't come and tell me that. And not that one. Donkey.
Anybody else?
Very good. And historical. Long time ago, Master walking home. And Master walking with little piglet in the hand. The little piglet small, he can't walk and Master having in the hand. And Master walking and donkey in front, carrying on the road. Donkey behind the road and Master behind. So little piglet can't talk because he's small. And piglet in the hand. So when you reach home, you let go piglet, you have to take piglet running in the house, piglet outside, feeding piglet. That was in January 1. 3 months later, 3 months later, piglet could talk. Piglet, like he said, get escape and he reached by donkey pen. He's by donkey. He said, donkey! What happened, boy? Why you so stupid? Donkey just watching this, so. Me? He said, but you real stupid. You always carrying the load. Every road, Master going every time you in front. Master telling you, come on, carry. And you carrying the load. You so stupid, boy. Donkey tell him, take time. Take time, little piglet. Take time. 3 months later, July reached. Piglet reached by donkey pen again, balling. Donkey, you real ass. Look at me, I only here 6 months. Look at me, Master have me getting food. You carry my food for me to eat. And look at me, I'm fat and I'm nice and I'm wrong and I'm sweet. Donkey say, Santa come in. Look, September reach, October reach. He nice and light and he coming on. No, he could snap. He's big and he's fat and he's shining. Read by donkey pen, but donkey, you have to be the biggest ass in the world. Master have me all in the house. Master giving me anything I want. I carry my food and leaving back food. First I have food, donkey. You eating a set of grass. It's a real ass. Donkey say, Santa come in. Santa is coming. Good job. November 1 to December reach. Well, pig outside, no pig so heavy. He can't walk. He moving up and he go by donkey. Donkey, 1 year, almost 1 year here. Look at you, maga. You old, you're being great. Look at you. Look at me. 1 year, you know. I'm fatter than you are juicy, maga. Master giving me anything I want. He said, Christmas on you. Christmas on you, piggy. 2 weeks later, he got in. Master pussy choke. Donkey got one more, yeah. January reach, look at the coming again, donkey in front. Same whole cycle. Donkey live for 60 years. He sees 60 ham. Leave donkey alone. He sees 60 ham. So leave donkey alone. That's Master feeling pain and people thinking Master like him.
I don't know what you're doing. We're going. On this side here. This side.
Not lean or sit on it, free.
Where you going? That's mine.
Come here. Come, Sham. Yay! Thank you. Graphics, boys.
Go.
All right.
A million clicks.
To make a GIF.
Like ice.
Never like ice, but I'm surprised I don't want to be.
From that area. When you watching from down that side.
But they had two doors too small. I was next to them. Right next to them. Yeah.
Next?
Yeah, right next to them.
There's not one right there? Bigger one? Well, that's part of it also. So that probably not seen the
Yeah. It could be that one. You see the small one?
Oh, let me get a pic with you and Lucky. I want to get a pic with her in the background. There's the island and the tree. Right on.
Right now.
I'll go up again and take a picture. Nathan probably went to the bus. Why your head white? Oh, right, let me check. Yeah. So this was one of the 2022.
Yeah, that is very important. Yeah, that is very important. Yeah.
First time I coming up here now, Colonel.
I never come up here.
Yeah.
I pass Sunday, Saddle Road and go to
Yeah, plenty time.
Marcus, but to come up here, I never come
I
up
never come up here. I feel like if I
here. And I always hear
different place.
these 4 wheels.
Yeah.
Come up here and
I always hear people talk about it.
Me, I don't know much.
But
people
look,
come up
cars coming up here normal.
Cars, max.
I thought it was steeper than this, you know.
Well, they say going down so that we have more some kind of Z bend.
Yeah. But I like how they do the road, so you don't panic. Once this road, you know it will hold. You wait now, it won't skid.
Yeah, you're sitting on this.
Yeah. If they put normal Baba Green here.
More sun. Little rain and that's
And what I like with the grooves,
yeah.
the water will settle on the road.
Right, the water will run out.
Yeah.
Inside. That's why you're not seeing the. Right, so this is where we came from, but we are going back through the village. So we are going to cascade ourselves down. Right? But this is a capital S in the road. The first corner we meet in here, it's a letter S in the road. Alright, so when you're coming up here, you see the ground? That's men coming up here and panicking. If you're coming up here with front wheel, that is what happens. Your front wheel now is the pressure in your tire, it's too much for the weight of the engine. So the weight of the engine is only 400, 500 pounds. The persons in the backseat plus your speaker plus the cooler will have the front lifting. And this is what happens here. So your best bet is to turn around and reverse if you're getting problems. No, I'm just saying, sometimes a little rain drop, that is the day for you. Yes, I what Wassa did. Wassa cut this road here to send the water to the lookout, but the water still cannot reach the lookout because we don't have the power. The pump don't have the power to send it all the way up, so they have to they have to go and get a rain check and come back now and put a pump somewhere in the vicinity there. This one here has a writing called Lafayette. Lafayette Road takes you all the way back through the valleys and meeting a river and a spring, also taking you inside. And also too, we have here on the right hand side, this house here is belong to a gentleman. He died now. It's called Sokolo Peak. I like to just adult conversation. The gentleman who live in there, I like to say maybe he's kind of wise in life because he was comfortable in having his mistress and his wife with the same
Excuse
name.
me,
You excuse. Wait.
you know the Trinity Mountains. This is part of it.
This one here will be the last, this ridge all the way across. So this is not, meaning say it's part of it, but not the actual part. So when you say Trinity Hills, you'll be, the word is called, the Trinity Hills called the Northern Range, Central Range, and the Southern Range. So you are in the Northern Range, so I will say yes. But the Northern Range is the part of also to what you call the Andes.
So we just went on the peak of the
What's that?
range.
What's that?
One of them.
Yeah, we are the northern. We're on the Northern Range.
Yes, but the peak.
Well, we can't say peak. The peak will be Mount El de la Ripo, the summit.
Oh,
So you,
one didn't even had a name. This one we went on. I thought you have.
La Vigie.
Oh, okay.
La Vigie. Right? So you have La Vigie, you have Mont Blanc, you have El Ticuch, you have Mount El de la Ripo. Right, so you have all these. But then when she said the word peak, it will be the peak which is called the summit, which will be El de la Ripo, which is the highest peak in Trinidad. Right? Mount El de la Ripo, the highest peak in Trinidad. So you have to be careful if you are documenting certain things. So you cannot say the highest peak. You have to say one off. Right. Beans and scythe and different types of crop. This is another one here that we used to play with as children. This is the worst one. This is the worst one.
Oh.
Mary, quite contrary.
Timari?
You want to call Timari? If I pelt it on you, no one to you.
Stick on to you. Stick on to your clothes. You don't ever know what branch it came from. All you know is that you see it on your skin when you come out of the grass.
We used to call it a sticker.
Yeah, Miss Lady, this one is the worst. This one does actually get them girls real vexed because you have to dip your hand in them girl clothes to take it out. This one real bad.
So why you hurry so? That is the second part. I know.
You go pull aside on you. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, you blowing a big because you're tired. Iron Man! Don't be blowing on me, people. Tell him man don't blow on an Iron Man, boy. I know that.
Suppose the man want the shit.
Who's that?
Can't pack up so.
Danny! So the gentleman in front is called Iron Man, the one in back is called Danny. But again, if I was in front, they would not blow on. Meaning if I was, they wouldn't blow on for me. They blowing on because. Why? So this is the beauty of Paramin by we knowing everybody. Alright? Paramin has a population of approximately 4,000 persons. Within that 4,000 person, majority of the people are female, which we have approximately 2,800 are female. And within the regional cooperation from Digo Martin, go all the way back, we have 120,000 persons by the ISO number. Right? Hold on to your trousers. Down your lumber. And this is what Jack Wanna was talking about when he was in office. Everybody have a car, nobody have a place to park it. Right, so the government road become the road. And this is a snow on the mountain plant, or better known as Christmas tree. Nothing. This road is normal. This is normal route. We'll see all that. We will see all that. Persons know that tree who is old as I, know that tree to be pride of Barbados, better known as dead man's flesh. The pride of Barbados. What? Me, I young, I 21, I Chinese, I don't move from that age. This one here is called Mammy Seaport, Mammy Apple, and this is some of them on the tree right here. Alright, so they will bear, and obviously Mammy make comforty with them, and we like to eat them as well. Comforty, and there's a young lady someplace inside of here. She's on a bed sit down, but the crack is not wide enough for you to see her. She's 96 years old, and she buried her father approximately 4 years ago, going to into 5 years. Right, buried 4.5 years ago. Her father lived to see 112. He was the oldest living Trinidadian at one time. Right? So we are in Paramin proper. And if you look on the right hand side and shortly the left hand side, you will be seeing scythe and the plant, the house scythe is planted on the hillside and elsewhere. So this is an area where the boys will come out and hang for who are birds, and they call it the birders' paradise, and this is scythe here. We're going to just drive in an area where you will see volumes of scythe just for you to see it for seeing purposes. This road coming up here on the left has a unique name, and a name that you might be what you call affiliated with, Balata. So you know definitely it is a road what you call Balata Trace. Right. So it means across there you saw a lot of Balata trees at one time, and the young lady giving a beer to her uncle, the same one called Iron Man. She name is Eileen, the one with the boots is called I almost say something else. Auntie Eileen. Beep, beep, beep. Bolly, you don't block Carlos. All right, very good. Once you get one, auntie, what needs give you? You could give your uncle, you can't give me. You could give your uncle, you can't give me. I will wait until I see Malaho. Malaho go give me. Brendan, you could do what you want, the car's still not clean. It's still not clean. I see a spot.
Is that a speaker? Yes. Thanks very much.
Right, so ladies and gents, we are on holy grounds, for me to say it in that format. We are in the church, the churchyard of Paramin. Paramin, our church called the Lady of Guadalupe. So the ones who was in my vehicle a while ago, I was talking about Parang. Parang was held 2 weeks ago. For the ones who are interested in seeing this photo, this is the photo from my understanding of the magnitude of persons to fit in this grounds. 8,000 persons inside of the grounds. Parang night. And we have the photos like this. Close up ones. 8,000 partner. We have close up like that. This is This church is called the Lady of Guadalupe. For who don't know, it sits comfortably 800 persons. The stone actually what came from the village of here and also from what you see here. This area there, if you look back, you see the top of the hill. That is where the hill was actually on a guide. So what the army did, they came here invited by the priest, dynamite the mountain, give them approximately 1,000 pounds of dynamite, and doing what they do to flatten this whole place and put this church on a rock. So if you look at the contour of it, you know definitely the church is built on a rock. This is solid ground. Goes all the way out. Okay? So the church sits comfortably 800 persons. If you look to that little hole here, you will see the contour of the church. And with the shape, nobody blocks nobody. It's like an amphitheater. Goes down, the aisle goes down. The priest who built the church thought of everything. That wall there is not to hold up the sign. That wall is when the priest crash on the wall, it gets through the front door when the two doors are open. If you look at the two doors, they also have what you call a cross on them, letting you know definitely is a building of worship.
In the highway?
Somebody knows him, Mommy knows him, my wife, nothing wrong with him, you know. We need me to talk to him, to talk to him. Right? So basically we are in there. So right where you're sitting on a Sunday morning here is filled with persons also patronizing breakfast. Breakfast is served every Sunday morning, which is with bake and saltfish, and in the corner all the way down, kids get ice cream or whatever they desire. Right here, big men stand up here, only big men with their chest up for what we call coffee. So it's a kind of traditional thing, and you get your coffee, you stand there and chit chat, being a little thing given the church for what it is. Most persons come to church in Paramin because of the timing of the church at 7 a.m. But remember, you have to come properly clothed because it do make cold, colder than you think. Right now where we were was very cold. You can see the atmosphere changes different times of the day. Persons was with me this morning whole day we hear in a word called patwa. And this little insect here who's a cigar, is jep. Jep. You call it waps, you call it what you call it, Jack Spaniel. Right. Jep. Right, so Jep is a patwa word. It's D-J-E-P. That's how it is spelled. D, don't say the D silent, that's just how it is. Jep. Right? So Jep is a patwa word. Miss Lady, you learned plenty things today. Because you didn't even know chook was a patwa word.
No, I guess
Right.
I know chook is chook.
Chook is chook. A chook is patwa for prick.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you prick the ice. For the English, but in Trinidad, I took ice. Bring the ice, let me chook the ice there. Bring the ice prick, let me chook the ice. You hear the word? Ice prick. Is to do what it's made to do.
Ice prick.
To prick the ice. Right. So this here is jip. So we are saying Trinidad, just like how we talk, look how much people. You hear my words? Look how much people. There's no such thing as so much people. Look how many people. Much is something that we can measure, which is liquid. But all the Californians go on stage like Marshall. Look how much people. Look how much people there. There's no much. But again, everybody want to correct me when I say reversing back. And the same person next to me is balling rain falling. Rain don't fall, it is raining.
That's true.
Right, so I say again, so don't correct nobody, all of we is in the same boat. So if I reversing back, don't tell me I'm not reversing back.
You're reversing back.
I reversing back. I know. If you think I'm not reversing back, what the vehicle do? It's moving back. Yes, I say no back on me. So Papa words are important, and this is where we came from. So I will say, mommy, a jet bite me. Daddy, a snake sting me. And then mommy go say what you say, but there's no snake, no sting. Snake bites. Jet sting. Just like all Trinidadians has gone by something called roti. I want roti skin. There's no such thing as roti skin. There's no such thing as a roti skin. There's roti. There's two types of roti with many different types of dal pari and also paratha. But there's no skin. And don't go and tell nobody you want a sada bake. Sada bake came from the Paraminians going to the market, seeing man turning the sada roti in a plate. Because we know when we roast it is bake. We say bake. Sada bake, but there's no sada bake. Sada roti. Sada roti. Okay? And that's what it is. Just like going to buy bacon shack. You want a bacon shack. That is a bacon float. Yes, that is the dough that floats up when you put it in oil. Float. Bake is something that is roasted. Bake is something that is roasted in a pot and you cut it in four. and you put the shack on top of it, or you put things that you bake. So mommy used to give you bake, she used to cook okra, and she don't want to waste the oil, so she make a fast dough and throw it in the pot and it float up. And when it float up, float, come, float. But today, they call it bake, so let me don't correct people now. Because all of we talking is same thing. Once we educate ourselves, we talking the same thing. All of us make mistake. All of us. But it's not a mistake. It's that's Trinidad. Because the large amount of persons give us being cosmopolitan, give us our diversity, everybody speak how they want. Because if I say Shallow Benny and see Shea Bandan there, and I say Dogbone and you say Kumar, nobody wrong.
Same thing.
Same thing. Yeah, Dogbone, we got no Dogbone. Not only me alone, all the people in Lashke for some man and Baracas call it Dogbone. All of us say Dogbone. No, Kumar is at East Rawood. Because, look for instance, the East Indian bring 71% of the fruits and vegetables in Trinidad. The East Indian brought that into Trinidad. And 1 minute. Sorry. Igil, what's the name? Alright, so I can get